All right. Welcome. PaleriderTV. Lease purchase programs. Are they going to be gone? Are they going to be banned for good? Over the years, you hear the horror stories, some bad, really bad, still going on to this day. Some very bad lease purchase programs. These companies that push out these lease purchase programs say it's going to help the drivers, the people that do the lease purchase, but really it doesn't. All it does is help the companies that are allegedly screwing over the drivers under these purchase programs that they're no good. So we're going to cover this story from Freight Waves about, and I did a video about this, I think, last year or the year before, about this new task force that the Department of Transportation has put together about the lease purchase task force to look over these predatory leases, and they have come to a conclusion. Their latest meeting that they talk about this very thing. So we're going to see what they recommend. Are they going to ban it? Well, we'll see. Here we go. FMCSA panel recommends ban on truck lease purchase contracts. A federal task force has released its final report on trucking lease purchase programs and recommended Congress and actually proposed at the task force first meeting in 2023. So it's been a couple years. An all-out ban on such programs. If they have a ban on the programs, then they'll have to get rid of the task force, correct? The 51-page report issued by the FMCSA truck leasing task force TOTF was sent to Congress and to the U.S. Transportation and Labor Departments on Friday. The task force was created by the U.S. DOT to investigate the prevalence of contracts drawn up by trucking companies to purposely take advantage of drivers, and most of them do. Task force findings are clear. They formed a consensus to recommend that such arrangements, whereby a motor carrier controls the work, compensation, and debts of the driver, should be prohibited, the report says. Now, that is true because if you have forced dispatch, and in the lease purchase program, then your success in that program is all up to your dispatch. Not up to you so much. Most of it goes right to the dispatch. Lease purchase programs are regularly established to enrich motor carriers at the expense of drivers. These programs promote a race to the bottom in driver compensation and treatment, pushing qualified drivers out of the profession. Currently, there are no effective checks on these programs or remedies for drivers harmed by them. Litigation, currently the only avenue for relief, can provide some remedy for the drivers involved, but has not led to reform of these programs. And a long, lengthy legal battle in the courts, which you might get a little bit of a settlement. Most of it will have to go to lawyer fees, more than likely, so you can't win. Therefore, the task force asserted Congress should ban lease purchase agreements as irredeemable tools of fraud and driver oppression that threaten a safe national transportation system and diminish the number of truck drivers attracted to and who stay in the trucking industry. Such a prohibition would be the most efficient and effective remedy to stop the damage created by lease purchase programs. When the task force began, there was a range of perspectives on the panel regarding lease purchase programs used in the trucking industry. The report noted, including those that saw them as a potential path to small business ownership. Not all lease purchase programs are bad. Most of them are. There's a few good ones out there. They're hard to find, and a few far in between. So if you want to go this route, be sure you do your research. Be sure. The outside information collected by the group over the course of its 8 meetings told a consistent and increasingly troubling story. Lease purchase programs cause widespread harm without offering meaningful scale opportunities for truck and small business ownership. The Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, which served as a technical advisor to the task force, provided the task force with information taken from actual contracts, along with along with experiences shared by truck drivers working under such contracts to uncover the extent of the problem. Based on the Bureau's analysis, there does appear to be use of inequitable leasing agreements and terms in the motor carrier industry, with noted differences between truck leases and auto financing that may create significant financial risk for drivers. Those financial risks may in turn lead to potential safety risks by not properly incentivizing the safe operation of vehicles. Taking remedial action. Recognizing the difficulty of relying on Congress to prohibit the practice, the task force recommends alternative actions that could be taken, among them congressional oversight, enact whistleblower protection legislation for drivers reporting lease purchase programs to FMCSA, CFBP, and the Department of Labor. FMCSA oversight. FMCSA should maintain that motor carriers and their affiliates offering lease purchase programs keep accurate records of the experience of those who sign such agreements, including take home pay per week, average mileage driven per week, average days on the road per week, and the number of drivers per year entering into the arrangement. And I would have to add on the number exiting these arrangements. Department of Labor Enforcement conduct targeted audits and enforcement of companies deploying lease purchase programs to ensure compliance with Department of Labor regulations concerning misclassification and independent contractor status. CFBP enforcement prohibit deceptive practices and require disclosures about lease purchase programs. State and local law enforcement review the contracts and agreements to determine whether state rules apply to address fraudulent or oppressive contracts and take any enforcement action necessary under those laws. OOIDA, which is represented on the task force, agreed with the task force findings and pointed out it had been concerned about lease purchase contracts for decades. And yes, I will give that to them. They are correct about that. Many people are drawn to trucking under the belief that hard work guarantees success. OOIDA President Todd Spencer said in a statement, the predatory lease purchase agreements prey on that trust, leaving drivers financially and emotionally broken. So there you have it. There is the Freight Waves article about the task force recommend that they be banned altogether or some very strict rules and regulations. Now, I don't know what to think about this. I guess they are doing a good thing by putting to light these predatory lease purchase programs, but do we really need any more government oversight in an industry that is already over regulated by government regulations? I don't know. I guess you can't have your cake and eat it too. So I agree that, I was in a lease purchase program, sort of. It wasn't direct with the company that I was leased to. It was a third party company, but Arkansas Equipment Lease, I leased it to the Central Holland because that was just easier. It was right, everything was right there together. But there was other options, other companies that I could have taken my truck to, but I didn't. I was like the ease, and all the other companies paid basically the same amount. And I said, well, everything's right here. Might as well stay with Central Hauling. So that's what I did. I was happy there. Ended up paying off 3 trucks through their program, Arkansas Equipment Leasing Program, by leasing the Central Hauling. So it's a good deal. And that truck behind me there, that was the 4th truck I was going to pay off if I stayed on the road. I came off the road in early February 2023. Be almost 2 years, but this was the truck right here that I turned back in. But that's a nice truck there. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this situation. If you have any questions, concerns, let me know. Send me some emails. Let me know, PaleriderTV@gmail.com. If you have any videos you want to send me, send them to that same email address. Dashcam, truck stop videos. Be sure you record them in landscape mode so I can use them. And we'll try to get them up here on the channel. So that's it. I appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good day and stay safe.